Welcome back, everyone, for another Halloween Horror Nights update. Today is a little bit of a crazy one. We had some rain going on, we have some new merch, some Scare Zone updates, a lot of stuff to cover. Also, the hub system up front has some stuff going on that now has me completely changing my thoughts on how it's going to operate. We're gonna talk all about it today. Also, again, thank you guys for hitting 8,000 subscribers. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. We aren't really going for a goal at this point. We're just kind of seeing where we can get. Opening day is officially now 1 week away from today, which is awesome. So we will be there. We obviously have Premium Scream Night. We have a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully we'll see you guys in the fog this year, but either way, we're gonna get checked in, show you what's going on here. Again, it is a crazy one today. It does look like they have completely converted over City Walk, so we have the stands out here, then now have a bunch of HHN stuff right here, over there they do. Looks like even down there a little bit, and all of our windows are starting to get converted. I think they might keep some of those, but right here we have another one. You can see how much condensation is on that one, though. That is crazy. You can't even see inside. And then we showed you the Five Nights one around the corner, but let's go see the display. I do think we have one new shirt in here today. If I'm not mistaken, yes, it is going to be this one here. A new Fallout shirt. So I know a lot of you guys have been looking for some new Fallout merch. So this is actually the back side right there, $33. And on the front, you do have the dog. This is Halloween Horror Nights 2025 in yellow writing. So pretty nice. We also did get the glasses here for Terrifier now right there. So you can see Halloween Horror Nights, and then some shot glasses. So any of you Terrifier fans, you guys might be fans of this. So kind of cool. Those are also going to be $45 for the shot glasses and $15 for the actual glasses up there. We also have a new mug in here, more of a matte finish actually. $20 for that. Halloween Horror Nights on that side. We also have the Clown Cafe kettle corn here. We have seen the cotton candy Clown Cafe. We have seen the red roach and these gummy eggs. And if you guys come out here to the stands in City Walk, you're gonna find all of these here, which also house items. I don't think anything new is on these. I think this should all be stuff that we've already seen though. A quick look at the Rip Ride construction. You can see again, they removed a lot of the bits over on this side. We'll see it from the inside, I'm sure too. You have the giant crane back there. But they're doing a ton of work. The second that this closed, I mean, they went hard on just like moving stuff and getting stuff ready. So I am very curious to see what all they do during the actual event, because we have 2 months. Are they gonna like pause it or what? I don't know, maybe they're trying to crank things out until HHN actually starts, I'm not sure. Today is also the start of Unmasking the Horror Tour. I do know a few people that are doing it today. I haven't ever done it in the past. I think it would be actually awesome to do. I know you can't film, but you can like take photos, so maybe we'll do it at some point. I know this year for the Six House Tour, I believe, you actually get like a nice lunch or like snack or something. So yeah, I don't know, I like the changes there, but I definitely don't want to do it before because I want to make sure that I'm like super surprised going into each of the houses. Okay, so do you guys remember months ago, this store right here, I said I could see this being a rotational store. I could see during HHN, they put HHN merch, during Mardi Gras merch, and Christmas merch, etc. Well, guess what? I was right. There is HHN merch in here. It is a rotating situation. Let's go check it out. And again, it just kind of makes sense. It's right at the front of the park, and bam, here you go. We are inside. This is now all HHN in here. And they really did it up pretty good. This is cool, actually. Let me show you guys all this. So over here, it actually looks like we now have some Terrifier Art the Clown pop figures. Doesn't say anything about HHN there, so it might just be a typical one, but you could see. So we have the Terrifier signage over there. We have those Daisy sunglasses, and then everything over here is Terrifier. We have some Universal Monster stuff, which is kind of cool. I like the handles on all those. As you can see, it's kind of like a lightning rod there. Kind of almost a lightning bolt on that one, a bat wing, and then like a hand for all the different characters. And then the Wolfman right there is another one. I didn't even see that one up top. But then back here you can see Five Nights has a full wall. Super cool. Again, none of the merch here from what I'm seeing is new. But it's still very cool to see. And then over here, I'm sure you guys see the big Fallout sign right there. And then you have the Wyatt 6. Kind of a small little corner here. But they do have the poster, So they're starting to get more and more posters in. I know some of you guys are interested in that. And down here, we have the Terrified poster. I don't know if I pointed that out before. So again, those are all of your posters there. We're gonna head over here just one more time. Well, you could tell what IP they really love this year, huh? I mean, look at that, holy cow. That is 5 Nights front and center going into this area. And don't forget, when you come over to this side of the store, there is a whole HHN section here. Again, you have like the Scare Zone shirt, the Artist Series, Mel's. Like this is non-IP stuff for the most part. You know, you got like your house shirts over here too and things like that. And then all the IPs are kind of over in the other section. So yeah, there you go. More merch. You guys are looking for it. Oh, I almost got into the park. Didn't even see we have this speaker right here. This is almost at like ear level. It's gonna be very loud as you walk in through these gates. Anyway, let's head on in, get a little bit more active here, but I need to point out we have our first TV at our little hub situation. Our first TV has shown up here for the hub. So it looks like there's only a single one right now. Again, I did think there was gonna be 4, and the way they would have kind of lined them up, maybe it's different. Again, I am not totally certain on the entire hub situation, but nothing still on this side, just the single TV over here. It does look like they are covering up the fog machines even a little bit more here, more and more grass. The speaker does look to be all hooked up right here, ready to get you as you come walking through the origins of horror. Very small detail, but I did find it right there. They've added little light bulbs now to these pipes. Very interesting. I feel like a lot of people are gonna overlook that. You can see the wires running up over there, but yes, light bulbs. And there's another one right up there. Again, you would not pay attention to that if you were walking through here. I know other people are in the park right now. I'll have to let them know. We are just a few days from all of this being covered in switchbacks. It is going to be insane. They have not prepped anything yet, it doesn't look like, but again, food booths are getting ready. We need to go talk about that little set of trusses, or I guess the big truss right there. So you can see right there, we've got a TV and another TV over there. We know, because we have the sign right there, that this is going to be El Artista. However, there could be a chance that we have multiple entrances, maybe to go back to the hub. I mean, why would we have the TVs here? They haven't done this before, if I'm not mistaken. And this looks just like the one over at the other hub. We could have a weird situation where it's just like, hey, you gotta go back there. You know, like you just gotta go beyond this area. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is like a hub area or like a way to get back to the hub, maybe even through Phelan. Like, I don't know. There's all you have to do is you just need to get people back into the soundstage areas for cues, because you can no longer go in near like the New York area. So don't be surprised if we're seeing multiple ways to get back to the hub and then you split off from there. Again, seeing these TVs here now makes me almost think that this could be another way back to the hub, and it's not just gonna be over there. Again, I don't know what they're utilizing any of the Phelan queue for, because I think you could still utilize Phelan's queue to some extent. I don't know, but don't be surprised if like there's multiple ways to get back there at this point, because seeing this, everything has now changed. Again, they don't have to close down Phelan for the disassembly of Rip Ride. And again, you can actually see back there, oh my gosh, that part of the turn is now gone too. That's crazy. But Phelan is still like totally in use. So as long as they can utilize some of that, don't be surprised that they use Phelan too. Again, I don't know at this point. Seeing those TVs has really thrown me for a loop. I just know there's a hub system back there. How you get back there, on the other hand, I'm not sure. And we can see all of the equipment back here. It does look like they were using it to some extent, at least some of it. A few additional boxes have been added right over there on the side. It looks like the florist now has some new boo holes right here. A little red one there on the left and a purple one here on the right. So I'm gonna guess characters will be kind of coming through there. Very cool. Again, not a ton of updates to kind of keep in mind today. There's not gonna be too much happening. I do see some bullet holes here now that have been added to this car though. Can you see those little bullet holes now that have been placed on here? Kind of a lot of them actually. They have finally added slime to this one here. I was wondering if they were going to or not, and yep, something has now entered right there. We have a body or something, maybe disintegrating into the toxic waste. I don't know, but it is all over this one. And we also now have a rat who has been nibbling there on the toxic waste. You can see his like body is being like picked apart and like the flesh almost hanging off. That is gross, but very cool to see. Again, a lot of this toxic waste right there. We got the body there, and the lighting is hooked up right there. Also, there's like a burning plastic smell out here. It's very bizarre. I don't know what it's coming from, but yeah, either way, this is all set up, and we can also see just a little bit of the trigger right there that they will use when they come popping out. We're going to go check out the tribute store here in just a minute after we finish New York, but they have added some additional signage. And again, I showed you guys the little teaser for the Pithos of Epimetheus kind of behind us in the window, but now they have this big kind of like opening night gala event, which is kind of cool. You have one over there for the lost statue of Poseidon and the weapons of ancient Greece. So very unique that they're kind of like putting this on display. Is this going to be the entrance? Are we going to come around here, or is this just meant to be like a little advertisement piece? I don't know. We will find out very soon. It looks really cool. Anything able to see inside? No. As we continue around, it looks like everything is the same. It looks like something lumpy is right there on the head, if I'm being honest with you. We do have another rat here, though, who has been nibbling away at some of this toxic waste. But I think that's kind of it for this booth. I do see actually the fog machines, maybe? I don't think these were here. And these look to be the new ones as well. Again, I do think these are going to spray. You can actually see it's a little wet right there. So these might be spraying out at some point too. So be careful if you have anything you don't want to get wet. From this angle, you might be able to see there's a speaker on the roof of the newsstand. I can see just the edge of like the black like edge of it. And let's see over here. I don't think anything new is going on here. Let's see if there's a rat. Oh, look at this. It's a little baby rat. It's a weird looking rat. Look at those hands and feet. What'd they do to you? Yeah, look at this little rat here too. So a few little rats existing around here. Well, nothing new going on here in Sting Alley. So let's head over inside the tribute store, see if there's any new things that have popped up over there. Also, I know we've pointed it out, but if you guys were interested, this is where that location is for kind of the teaser, right here for the tribute store. It is right next to Sting Alley in this first window. Also in this alley, they have now stacked another few boxes up. They kind of had a few back here and they were just like straight. Now they're kind of angled. Don't know really what they're doing. Could just be decoration at this point, but this was empty for a while. All right, let's get into Sahara Traders now. You know what I am seeing? I'm seeing the 5 house poster right here. So for those of you guys that want the house posters, it looks like we have that one here. Oh, we have some UOAP socks. Okay, well, if you guys like socks, let's take a closer look at these. It says UOAP there. And yeah, they're long. $22, just as graphic socks. I don't know the brand here. So, all right, well, if you guys want some UOAP socks, there you go. It finally looks like they have lit up this little area to shop in between. It was always so dark, you couldn't see anything. It looks like now it is at least lit up. Also, they have these banners back here. These might have been put in place. I don't recall seeing these banners, so I think these are new too. You can see the Pithos of Epimetheus, the triptych of tributes maybe, and then the living mummy. Why does Universal always have to put words that like I just don't say? You know, like it's just not part of my vocabulary. Never said them in my entire life. Then all of a sudden they put these random words out there. Anyway, I think that is it in here from what I am seeing. I don't think this is new, but this looks kind of cool, right? Like these tentacles, unless this is new. This whole display right here. You know what? That looks like the Curator, doesn't it? I think that looks like the Curator. And that is kind of like a devil mask. This display might be new. Now I don't know, but it looks very Halloween-esque. Some like weird doll creatures. And I'm like, I don't know, this definitely feels like it was for Halloween. I don't know, I'd have to see if I have like footage of this. That's a cool little display piece. If it's not, you know, and you've got the hat right there. That has to be the Curator's hat. I think this is it, right in front of us, right? And then like right here, like this on display, I think this is new. I'm going to go check Louis. My guess is nothing has happened yet. I still think it's gonna be the start of next week. I think they can turn this over in like one night. but we'll check anyway. As you can see, nothing here in Louis yet. We'll have to keep an eye out to see when changes start to come in place. My guess is, like I said, overnight they'll do something, but I could almost see them like taking out like some of these areas, putting like stages up over there, putting like characters, you know, like almost in these cubby areas. So it'll have reduced seating, but you'll have the characters. But if you reduce the seating, a lot of people hang out in here, so it's a little dangerous. I don't know, double-edged sword, really. Wow, look at this. You see that crow up there? It's a big one too. I feel like this is like screaming HHN. I'm like, I gotta go check out the candy factory. And here it is, massive crow, just honking away up there. Wow. I don't know why, this just feels like it's like almost weirdly spooky, isn't it? I don't know, let's get inside. Holy cow. I'm like spooked out. I just want to see mostly if they have any new treats or anything going on over here. Oh wow, they're like sold out or they haven't restocked. So we have one of those cakes left, 4 of these pies, 3 of those cookies, and that is it. Wow. The apples for Five Nights are gone. All the other treats are gone right now. I know you can get them over at Islands too, but that's crazy. All right, is the bird gone? No, he's still there. Oh my gosh. That's so creepy. But it does look like we added 1 cash register over here on this side and 1 on the other side. So a little POS station ready to go. Our sales will be done over in this section. These remind me a lot of the like bar ones that we had back there on the pier. So, or I guess they were actually over there. But yeah, they kind of look the same. So I'm wondering if they just pulled that and put it here. And this is now the new bar as part of like the club horror scene. The real question is, are we getting the return of David S. Pumpkins this year? Will he be in Club Horror? I'd love to see him roaming around again. It was such a blast that year. Plus, I feel like they were just like celebrating like SNL stuff like just recently, so it would kind of make sense, but I don't know if we're going to. But it would be fun. Get him back here. Well, look at this. Looks like some storm clouds just decided to come rolling in here. That's crazy. You can see like just a little bit of blue, and then it's all dark clouds above us. No rain yet. Let's cross our fingers. Hopefully we don't get poured on here in a second. But I want to check out the bathroom. Still not open. Again, walls are down, but it is still closed in there. I don't know what they are necessarily waiting for. I don't know if we'll be the first one because I don't know when it's actually going to open, but hopefully we'll be one of the first, you know, maybe if not exactly the first. Oh, we have some lighting over there. Look at that. We're gonna have to get inside in a second here as it is starting to rain. But we have lighting going on the Fanta booths. That actually looks really good. I like that a lot. And then we have TVs. Oh, the rain. Oh, the TVs. Here they are. Oh, hold on. A temporary hold up here. It is coming down. Opening night vibes. Oh, there we go. Can't even hardly see Rip Ride right now. Okay, 30 minutes later, we have a slight hold up here, so we're gonna try and move before the next wave comes. I think we're gonna have another hard downfall here in about 20 to 30 minutes, so we gotta try and get this done. Can we get a thumbs up for getting through the rain here before the next blip hits us? I feel like I'm cruising, like we're running right now. You gotta be careful on these stars here inside of Simpsons because they will wipe you out. All right. We are moving and grooving right now, though. Uh-oh. Fire alarm or something is going off this direction. We had some close lightning strikes, but I don't think it would have been anything. Maybe we'll check in on that. Oh, it's coming from Animal Actors. What an outing, guys. Holy cow. You hear that? It's going, oh no. She just took off that sign. It says on location again tomorrow. I wonder if it's done for the day. Oh, and there's more storms too, I guess. Anyway, we are continuing on. It looks like they have some temperatures going down there. You can see, I think they're keeping it nice and cold over there. I think that's 34 degrees, maybe. I see these signs right here. They've started to pop up all over the place. I think it's gonna be menu signs as well. We also have the utensils and the napkins right here, now over here. Again, no menus yet. At this point, we just need these here, our menus. You know what? The back of the cat lady house is actually open and exposed. So I feel like it's gonna have a ton of rain in there. I wonder if they need to close that up at some point. Also be extremely careful. This here, this like black tile is so slippery when it rains. And you know we're gonna have rain this season, so be careful on this stuff. I've almost wiped out like 6 times walking around right now. Oh ho ho, what is that? it looks like there's a platform now that has been put into place. And we have trusses over here now. So maybe for lights? Interesting. So these are just like truss posts. Yeah, look at that. Another one here. And they're all down this little avenue. I kind of have to boogie though. Again, I think we're about to get another dose of rain here. Speaker is now out here. We have like a power box of some sort right there. And then the trusses now up top. Interesting. Flowers have been added over here next to Cafe La Bamba. And that's what I'm talking about. I think that is going to be like another menu slot or something. I think they end up putting those out here so people can see them before they actually get up to the window. Here in Battery Park, it looks like we have some tables here in the center. They have installed lighting here on this directional piece, and there is actually the direction like piece here. I mean, the full thing is back there, but I can't see it. It's very tight up there, so I can't tell you what's all going on, but you can see some of the lettering there. They have since swapped out this Mel section with this Hello Kitty stuff, so it'll be kind of like Chucky / Hello Kitty crossover. There's now this full display here that you can see. I want to look at this, but now it's all fogged over from that. But do you see that there's red up there? So my guess is they're testing this. There's blood inside, or again, what's meant to look like blood, and then they recover it up right there. And then it's getting stained from the glasses. So I think there's going to be blood running through these glasses down there based on that little top piece right there. We're detectives out here, guys. You see how this one's like stained red too? And then all on the floor. Do you see that? That's red. That wasn't there before. We're smart, we're detectives here. We can see what's going on here. Can't trick us. At this point, just call me Detective Dill, because I'm on the case right now. I've got my eyes out. I'm finding all the little details today. A lot of little details, actually, funny enough today to point out, but that is kind of a majority of our updates. I do want to point out one more thing at the Universal Studios store, and I think we're just about done here. Here are the windows on display, so you can see Jason over here, Wyatt 6 right here. What's up with the gargoyles? Do those look weird? I feel like they don't look like very scary. You know, we've had some pretty cool looking gargoyles. Those ones aren't really it for me. But there are the banners for Halloween Horror Nights up top. And then right here you have Terrifier, Fallout, and Five Nights right here at the end. So again, here's Fallout, and there is Five Nights. It's so interesting to me to see the IPs and like what has the most like interest and like what's being marketed the most. So like, clearly, it seems like Five Nights is like the baby this year for Halloween Horror Nights. It's kind of been front and center on a lot of things. It clearly has the most merch, biggest displays. So I would say like Five Nights is like what I imagine like Universal is thinking is going to be kind of like the big IP. I would say Terrifier might be like second. I don't know, Terrifier, maybe Fallout. I don't know, Fallout's got a decent amount of stuff, but Terrifier I think has the second most. I would say Jason might be like the least. I think they are just like not doing much for Jason this year, which is interesting. So maybe Jason's a sleeper hit. I don't really know. But it's interesting to see the merch and seeing displays and everything like that kind of start to show up, and then like see like where they're kind of like putting their efforts, or a little bit more of their efforts into. So I don't know, very cool to see. Either way, that is it for our Halloween Horror Nights updates for today. I don't know if we will be back here this weekend. If we get the menus, if we get medallions, if we get the banners, anything like that, we'll make our way back out here. But as of now, I do need to get some of our other videos out there for you guys, especially for those of you guys that are prepping for HHN. Updates are great, but if you're trying to figure out, you know, like tips, tricks, things like that, I want to make sure that we get those videos out in time before opening weekend. So yeah, we'll see what we're doing this weekend. Might be out here either Saturday or Sunday. Really depends on what they release. But either way, thank you guys for hanging out with me here today. Braving the rain, braving the heat. It was a wild one today. A lot of weird stuff going on. But that is it for our Halloween Horror Nights updates. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me here. And hopefully I'll see you guys at some point this weekend. But more importantly, thank you so much for being here.